Looking forward to see how we can do. We're pretty much an unknown team, unknown at the quarterback position. We believe Connor Mitch will play very well. He just hasn't played yet. We've got several young receivers that have not played much at all. We believe they're capable, but we got to go up there and kick it off or receive it and start playing football and find out what we're all about. North Carolina is a pretty much seasoned team on offense. The quarterback has played very well. Quinshad Davis is a big-time receiver, and they've been very good on offense the last several years. I think setting a lot of school records and so forth up there. So it'll be a good test for us. We believe we're going to play a lot better defense, and hopefully that will show up once we kick it off up there in Charlotte.
Steve, in the preseason, you said you really like this team's energy and camaraderie. Has that held up throughout preseason camp?
I hope so. I hope so. Again, it's all about when the real game kicks off. It's all about that. As you know, all of us coaches, we're all undefeated right now. Everyone's positive. Everyone's anxious to go. And 50% of the teams that play are going to lose this week. We all know that. So we gotta wait and see just exactly what all occurs. North Carolina has really believed that they've improved defensively. They've had a year on defense similar maybe to what we had a little bit last year, giving up a lot of yards and points. So they're confident that their defense is much better, and we're the same way. So it's going to be interesting up there.
In general, how accurately are you able to gauge how well a team will play before it actually plays? Not just this year, but in your career. Do you usually go into a season opener feeling like, I know about what they are, or do you have no idea?
Oh, most of the time when you have returning players, it's not that big a deal. We know how this guy played last year, or even the year before that. We just have so many unknown players. Again, some players are very good when the lights come on and there's people in the stands, and sometimes other players don't perform quite all that well. So we just got to wait and see. At any time you're inexperienced, I believe you do have to wait and see a bit. But they've performed well in practice, so we should perform well during the game.
How big was the gap last year between what you expected and going into that first game and what you saw?
Well, the gap defensively, as you know, we played pretty well in preseason practice on defense. In fact, our defense stopped the offense very often in our little scrimmages. And then all of a sudden in that game, we really struggled. So you can't tell. I don't think you can tell. One game to the next. Most all college teams, most of them are capable of beating the other team. Maybe one or two big plays might determine the winner. So you got to hope and believe your players are ready to make the big plays when it's there.
Go back to based on the new faces you had, especially on defense, are you a little bit more anxious this year than maybe other seasons to see your defense perform, especially against a pretty good offense?
Yeah, I think our defense will represent South Carolina in a very positive way. I think we'll fly around, get our hits in, be a better tackling team, be in position. North Carolina, they're going to move the ball, and I think we can move the ball. And then it's going to probably come down to the team that takes care of the ball the best, doesn't turn it over, and so forth. We've emphasized getting turnovers, and whether or not we can, we just got to wait and see. We emphasize taking care of the ball. Sometimes we're a little careless with it, but we can't afford to be careless with the ball, that's for sure.
Beyond Pharaoh, have you been able to identify guys offensively who you think can make plays for you this preseason?
Well, Debo makes a good play every now and then, and the running backs, have been pretty good. But we've been careless too. I mean, we've dropped some passes, we've jumped offside. We got to tighten up these next few days of practice and get ready for a real ball game. So we didn't practice as well as we'd hoped yesterday. But again, I think the guys are anxious to get out there today and have a good one.